Allow myself to introduce myself.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to introduce myself. I've been doing some videos for a while now, on and off, but I've not explained who I am or what my plan is for this vlog. So this video is to explain all that and also to give you an idea as to what my plans are going forward. So first of all, I'll introduce who I am. I'm Stephen. I am 37 years old and I live in sunny Manchester. I am currently a full-time mature student studying psychology with psychotherapy and counselling. However, that's not always been who I am or what I've been up to. Prior to my mental health problem, prior to my breakdown, I'll say, because I've always had the problems, I was an insurance advisor, customer insurance advisor for commercial insurance. A job that unfortunately, in this way I'm at the moment and the way I'm going, there's no chance of me returning to it anytime soon, because I can't even pick up a phone, let alone speak to people and deal with policies or deal contact offices, etc. But I'll go about all that obviously as we go along. So my diagnosis is post-traumatic stress disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, severe anxiety, severe depression. I am medicated heavily currently to mask the problems and the symptoms I've got. My reason for being medicated, I had a collection of mental health episodes or mental health breakdowns, should we say, about 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago. The evidence was building up towards them. My work colleagues could see me falling, certain people around me could see me falling, but I couldn't see it myself until one day it all hit me with a ton of bricks. I was getting some help with some CBT therapy, cognitive behavioural therapy, and the therapy was bringing back memories. It wasn't helping me in regards to my anxieties that I was struggling with at the time, which have been exacerbated tremendously since I've had my breakdown, but it wasn't helping with them. If anything, it was making it worse, and it was bringing back memories of my childhood that I had suppressed. So one therapy day, my memories all came flooded back in one big hit, and it destroyed me mentally. I was in a ball, I could not move, I wanted to jump off the cliff, I wanted to do anything I could just to end my life. So yeah, I'll go into all that obviously as we go along, because I will explain where I was to where I am now and where I'm going to be in the future as the vlogs progress. But yeah, so that ended my career there and put me on practical home lockdown with my mental health status. I could not get any help because of the traumas that I'd experienced. I actually had to report it to the police. Because the police had to do their investigation, I have mentioned this in a previous video, but this is an introduction video, so I will explain this again. Because of the process of the police investigation, I was unable to get any therapy or any sort of psychological help, as they feared that anything like that would hinder the court case. Unfortunately, after 2 years of toing and froing and having to regurgitate all the issues and struggling with everything, the CPS came back with the main perpetrator having died, and the only person that they could convict, they wouldn't, over a stupid technicality. Technicality of the fact that they'd interviewed me a few times. On one of the occasions I told them something, told them the last time I'd seen this person and give them a date, and then I remembered, because like I said, these memories have been flooding back all the time. They still come flooding back today. And then when the second interview, I'd remembered more. because I told them that, the CPS refused to go ahead because the person no commented throughout the interview. So yeah, so that felt like 2 years wasted. 2 years I couldn't get help. 2 years I was left on medication, left to my own devices. Many attempts on my life. I had frequently self-harmed. I actually picked up more self-harming problems through not getting help than I would have if I had the help straight away. Something that I'm stuck with now, and it was getting frustrated. Like I said, I didn't want to stay home. I didn't want to let it all get to me and bury me in. So as soon as I thought I was ready, but I know I wasn't, and I probably shouldn't have done it. But I started attending courses through Greater Manchester Mental Health Recovery Academy. Now, if anyone has a chance to look at that, I recommend them if you're able to go on the courses. With the lockdown now, obviously you won't be able to.
A few moments later.
If anyone has a chance to look at the Recovery Academy, I recommend them immensely. Like I said, that's through Greater Manchester Mental Health. Now, they run classes that are 1 day, 2 day, maybe a couple of weeks, but they are based around mental health. The best ones are the lived with experience ones, where they are delivered by somebody who lives with a condition as well. So, like I said, I attended a load of them. I think about 30 of them I attended in total, and they gave me the bite that I needed to proceed to go further. So from then I decided that I wasn't going to take this condition lying down. No one's helping me. No one can give me the guidance I need, so I'm going to find out about it myself. I chose to do a Maths and English level 2 because I found out that my GCSEs were a lot lower than I thought they were. But that's not surprising considering the stuff I was going through at the time. And I started an Access to Higher Education course at Salford City College. The course was around humanities and social science, and I loved it. I learned a lot. I felt like I was getting somewhere, and I was able to go through it with not a problem. Well, I say not a problem. Obviously, my mental health was causing me hiccups left, right, and centre, but I just persevered through it and I cracked on with it. And at the end of it, to walk out and to be able to graduate, that made me happy. I then applied for the university course, an undergraduate course in humanities, in psychology, psychotherapy and counselling. That's what I'm currently doing today. I'm still on my first year. This year has been not going too bad until this coronavirus lockdown, which I've spoken about in the previous blog. However, it's something that I will get through. I will go on to finish my undergraduate. I am aiming for a couple of first, second, and maybe at a push. But my plan after the course, the undergraduate course, is to go on to do my master's and PhD in psychoanalytical therapy or another form like that. My reasoning for doing this is I never got the help that I needed when I needed it. It made me a lot worse than what I could have been. I could have been back on the mend, back doing what I want to do. I mean, on the same score, I probably could be back doing the same mundane job that depressed me day in, day out. But I could be a lot happier person, not having any problems, not having the flashbacks and the issues I'm having today. But unfortunately, because I was left on my own devices, left to fester because of this police case, everything got worse. My self-harming got worse, and then they wouldn't give me any therapy because I'm self-harming. So I've had to do all the work myself. I know how hard it is to get through all that. I'm still not through it. I'm still not recovered. But I am working through it, and this is my way of going through it all. These vlogs will help me to express myself, express my feelings and emotions throughout my whole course, throughout my masters and doctorate when I get there. everything in between, my daily lifestyle, my daily work, everything that I get up to, I'm going to vlog that I can. Obviously within reason. I don't think you want to see me in the bathroom every day. But yeah, so that's my plan with these vlogs. Now, like I said, the reason for me doing it, yeah, it's going to help me immensely, because I'm going to be able to, I can already see where I've come so far, and you'll be able to see where I'm going forward. My recovery is going to come on leaps and bounds. Once my therapy starts, it's going to be a tough therapy because it's trauma-based therapy. But once that starts, then I get counselling in place and I get everything else in place, I will be storming forward. I won't be sitting back. And I will be making my 5-year and 10-year plans viable. My 5-year plan is to get into the Masters, get into the doctorate, and while I'm in the Masters and doctorate, to be working with others and helping others. My 10-year plan, I want my own charity. And that charity, although I say my own, it won't be just mine. That charity, it'll be for anyone who experiences, similar to myself, being shut out of the world, being unable to get any help they need, left to fester on their own devices, and the only help you can get is if you lash out and cause trouble. Because I could go having meltdowns every day and end up getting sectioned, or I can go kicking off at everywhere I can and end up getting arrested. I'll get the help I need then from the mental health teams. But because I've been sat there quiet and got on with it and hidden what I've been hidden all my life, I've been left to my own devices, and I feel abandoned by the Great Manchester Mental Health. I feel abandoned by them. I feel abandoned by society itself when it comes to mental health. So I want to make sure that others don't experience what I experience, or if they do, there is a place for them to go, for them to seek help, for them to speak to people. My vlogs are not only for me to moan and groan and talk about my daily lifestyle and things I get up to and things that annoy me, because I know that's what a lot of them are at the moment. My vlogs are ways to help people to understand they're not alone, there are others, you don't have to hide away, and there is someone to go and speak to if you need to. I'm more than happy to get chatting to people. I don't do very well with face-to-face, I don't do very well with telephone call, but text messages and internet chat and stuff like that, I am more than happy to sit and talk for hours on there. Obviously, time permitted. Same as I welcome anyone else to come join. Come for a chat. On any chat format. I've got a Patreon set up. I've set it up partially, it's a funded one, because Patreon is funded, partially so I can keep these vlogs going and get the better quality and better styles, but mainly so then I can put myself in a position to be able to offer the help more, because that's what I want to do. So any funds that I raise through the Patreon will go towards my personal progression, but also the progression of the group that I want to create. I want to create a fantastic group of people who know they're not alone. I can talk about anything they want in a nice, tranquil place. Not feel judged, not feel that they have to answer someone, not feel that someone's gonna grab at them at any minute, just to feel happy and feel calm, relaxed and enjoy themselves. That is my plan. Now, life has hiccups, everything has problems, everyone has problems coming up or complications arise. I am aware of that. I have them myself. But to have that group there is better than no group. So that is what I want to do. Like I said, my daily vlogs are my hobby for me to talk about what I go through on a day-to-day basis, to show that there's a light at the end of that tunnel. I'll show the bad times, I'll show the good times. Like I said on the previous blog, I'm going away. I've got 2 holidays booked this year. Hopefully, coronavirus permitting. I'm going to Spain and then I'm going to America with the children. I'll be vlogging all that because at the end of the day, you don't want to see someone moan and groan. You want to see what else they get up to in life. I'll show you my complications that come across when it gets to airports, when it gets to public places. But then I'll also show you how I deal with them. And I hope that just that alone is able to help others to know that they are not alone in this, and then they can do it. If I can do it, anyone can. So yeah, so that's my plan. That's the reason behind these vlogs. And like I said, I've introduced myself. I've told you what my plan is going forward. My history is going to be loads of vlogs about that. I'm going to talk about my childhood. I'm going to talk about the traumas. I am not holding back. I have held back for 25 years. I have let people walk over me. I have let people abuse me. I have let people hide me away in a box, never to be seen again. And that is not happening no more. So I will be telling it as it is. These vlogs will go ahead, as I say. And at the end of it all, I hope that there's a community there of people who don't feel afraid to talk. But even if they do, they still feel safe in the environment that we give. So thank you for that. If you are willing to come and join us. Like I said, I've got Patreon. Look for it, Living with Stevie. I've got a Facebook page, Living with Stevie. I've got a Twitter page, Living with Stevie. I've even got an Instagram page. Now, I'm useless on all these mod stuff. Facebook, I'm probably going there now and again. Twitter, Instagram. I found Twitter had not enough characters for me to talk, because I like to talk when I type. And Instagram, I'm not exactly... Well, I've always been very camera shy. I'm not a fan of cameras, so this in itself is a big thing for me. This vlogging. And Instagram, I've never been one for, like, my children, all this and this and this and 20,000 pictures, whatever. That's not me. But I will talk about everything on there. And I will, if people want to use that platform, I will talk to others through there. Like I said, that's Living with Stevie as well. I think Twitter is just with Stevie. But if you search Living with Stevie, you should find me up. Or you'll find Living with Stevie Wonder, which, no, don't go that one, come to me. So yeah, so I've got that set up. Like I said, I've got the Patreon so we can chat on there, and we'll find other formats if we need to be. Oh, I will take recommendations from others. If you feel comfortable on a different format, a different website or different chatting station, tell me, I'll set it up. I just want to bring people together. People who feel secluded, feel alone. I want us all to be one. And to be able to get through this all together. And at the end of it all, we can all be in a happy place. Help everyone through the tough times. Share everything through the happy times. Let it all come together. So yeah, so that's my plan. Throughout the vlogs, you'll probably get introduced to my youngest, my 5-year-old. She is the boss. Her name's Ellie. You'll get introduced to Katie, who's my 14-year-old nightmare of a daughter. No, I can't. She's a princess, really. She's just going through her own tone times at the moment, but I will talk about that story one day as well. But that's her story to tell, so not too much. You will get to meet my stepdaughter Coral, another crazy 14-year-old. So that's two 14-year-olds and a 5-year-old there, all female. Do you feel sorry for me yet? You'll probably see my wife, you'll see family friends, you'll see anything that I come across. As long as I've got their permission to video it, I'll quite happily do so. All I've got to get now is the camera systems. I've got a GoPro, I'm happy with that. I've got my motorbike so I can get freely away from that. I'm building up my system slowly. How I get the money, obviously, depends on how long I can save, or if someone's willing to donate a camera or two, I'll quite happily give them a shout out. But anyway, we won't go there. But yeah, so that's my plan. That's where I'm going to be. And I hope that you stick around and do help toward this community. Be a part of this community rather than shine away from it. So thank you very much for watching my video. I'm sorry if I've talked too fast or that introduction we had, but I just wanted to let you all know how I feel, where I'm going, what I'm doing, and how you can help. So thank you very much for getting this far. Please subscribe. Please like the videos if you do like them. Feel free to contact me on any of the formats I've said so. But thank you very much for your time, and take care of yourselves.